says is he starts to praise the picture. Now what does he say about the first point about the picture is move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine seem they in motion. That means he just take it in this manner. For example, say for example, this is Portia's picture. Say for example, these are Portia's eyes. Okay, we have eyeballs. Fine. So what does she say? He's saying over here is that I feel as if those eyeballs of Portia are moving in the same direction in which I am moving. Now understand it in this manner. Here he is explaining the fact that the portrait has been drawn in such a beautiful manner that to whichever direction Bassanio moves to, the picture seems to be looking at Bassanio only. So that actually depicts what? It depicts the reality that was present in the picture. That means it also depicts and defines how real the picture looked like, that it always made him feel as if to whichever direction he was moving, the eyes were also looking at him. That is why he says, is it so that these eyeballs are moving, or these eyeballs are riding on my own eyeballs? That means, are they moving along with my eyeballs? Are you understanding? Then he says, move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine seem they in motion, or like if are they moving in such a way that they are seeming to be in state of motion. Then he says, here are severed lips. Now as soon as he has defined the eyes of Portia, he starts to define the beautiful lips of Portia. Okay, so what he talks about Portia's lips is saying that the lips of Portia were also very beautiful to look at. So what he says is, here are severed lips. Severed lips means the lips are parted. We have one as the upper lip and one as the lower lip. Okay, so he is saying over here that here are two lips which have been separated by one another, and that too it is written here are severed lips parted with sugary breath. That means, how are these lips separated from each other? How are these lips separated from each other? They are separated from each other with a kind of sugary breath, a very sweet breath which was coming out from the mouth of Portia. So that's what he says, that these two, upper lip and the lower lip, are separated and parted from each other with the help of a sugary kind of breath, a sweet kind of breath which was coming out from the mouth of Portia. Further he says, so sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Then he says that this bar, what is the bar? The sugary breath. Okay, so that's what he says, that this is actually acting as a restriction. So he says that this restriction is such a sweet kind of restriction which has separated the two sunder friends. The two sunder friends, who are they? The upper lip and the lower lip. They are said to be the sunder friends. Okay, the sunder friends means no, not the sunder friends. That means the two lips have been separated. They have been sunder means they have been separated from the sugary breath coming out from the mouth of Portia. So basically, they are very sweet friends, the upper lip and the lower lip, which stay always together, and they both have been separated by the sugary breath which was coming out from the mouth of Portia. Is this clear till here? Now again he starts to describe what? Here in her hair the painter plays the spider. That means he is talking over here and saying about what? About the hair of Portia. Okay, so that's what she's saying over here, that here in Portia's hair the painter has actually played the role of a what? A spider. Now when he plays the role of a spider over here, what he has said in order to explain this fact about the hair is that the painter has actually played and acted the role of a spider and what has he acted as? He has played the role of a spider and the spider has actually woven a golden mesh. What has he done is he has woven a golden mesh. What is a golden mesh? A golden kind of net. So basically, as a spider's job is to build a net or build a web, a beautiful web. Similarly, here the painter has also made a web, and that too a golden one. Why golden? Because the hair of Portia were actually golden in color. So therefore he says that the spider has actually woven a golden mesh, that is a golden trap, to entrap the hearts of men. That means so as to catch the attention of men, so as to catch the attention of human beings, so basically so as to get the attention of men faster than the gnats in the cobwebs. That means he is explaining the fact over here that the drawing or the painting that he has drawn, moreover the way the painter has drawn the hair of Portia, they have been drawn in such a beautiful manner that even if you compare the spider's web, why does a spider actually builds the web is? He builds the web what for? So as to catch the gnats. What are gnats? Gnats are actually the insects. So what is the job of a spider to build a web is? Just to catch the insects. So why he does is that just because he wants to catch those insects in his web, and then after that he can use them as his prey. So here he is saying over here that Portia's hair have been drawn in such a beautiful manner in the portrait that it looks like it's a kind of a very beautiful golden mesh, as similar to a web made by a spider to entrap the hearts of men, that is to catch the attention of men. So that's how he is comparing over here the beauty of the hair of Portia. Is this clear till here? Soon after that, he talks again of what? The eyes. Now he is talking again about the eyes of Portia. Now what does he say about the eyes of Portia is that initially he talks about the eyes, saying the fact that how could he see to do them? That means how could he, who is he over here? The painter. So she is saying over here that how could that be possible, that the painter had that much courage that he could draw both the eyes in such a beautiful manner. Why? Because he believed that when the painter would have been like during the time when he would be like drawing the painting, it's written here having made one, then means when he would have had made one eye. Okay, that means when he would have made one eye only, I think, who is I over here? Bassanio himself. He says, I think it should have the power to steal both his, that is, it should have the power to steal both of his eye. That means one eye of Portia only had that much power that it would have not been able, or it would have at least, you can say it would have actually caught the attention of the painter and ultimately leaving the painting unfurnished. Okay, due to that's what he believes is that if he wouldn't have been able to complete the painting. Yet look how far the substance of my praise does wrong the shadow. Now he is saying that then to look how far the substance of my praise. That means how far the substance of my praise here refers to the words that he was using to praise Portia's portrait. He's saying that actually the substance of my praise is wrong, doing wrong with the shadow in underprizing it, meaning to say that he was actually running short of words in order to express the beauty of the portrait in itself. And then he again says, so far the shadow does limp behind the substance. Now what is the substance here over here? That is real Portia. So he is saying that similarly the shadow, that is the portrait of Portia, is also actually far behind, limping behind means which is far behind the real Portia. And then he says, here's the scroll, the continent and the summary of my fortune. And then he finds a scroll also. So he says, here is the scroll, the continent and the summary of my fortune. Is this clear?